Good morning, Steve from the Camouflage Store. I wanted to talk this morning a little bit about some of the jungle and desert boots and the considerations that you need to take when you're going to a really hot environment or a really hot place that you're going to be using these boots. Because it's come out a couple of times, funnily enough, this week where we've had customers that are being deployed to, the jungle and to hot areas, to hot climates, and they sort of ask me questions about it, and I think, like one particular one was, I need to consider wearing 2 pairs of socks, and I'm just going, 2 pairs of socks going to somewhere very, very hot is probably not the right way to be going. So I just wanted to talk about this a little bit, just to give you an idea of the considerations that you might need to take if you're being deployed to a really hot environment, to the jungle, because it's no good you turning up with things not being right and having to do a job because it's going to go probably painfully wrong for your feet. So if we just take, we'll get one of the, this is one of the jungle boots, the Panama Classic. So by definition, these are cut down boots. They're designed for very, very hot weather, for the jungle, for water dissipation. So everything is cut down. You've got Cordura, you've got thinner leather. So are we really going to wear 2 pairs of socks or a thick pair of socks? I've just got some Bridgedale heavyweight socks. That's the Explorer heavyweight ones, or the Summit as they were called. Are you going to be wearing a very, very thick sock like that, let alone 2 pairs of socks inside a boot like this? Because if you are thinking of that, you're probably going to be looking at, you need to go a minimum half a size up from what you would go. There's approximately 4 millimeters between the half sizes, and I say approximately. So that's not really the right sock that you should be wearing, let alone 2 pairs. So this is the ultralight ones. So the ultralight ones are a lot thinner, more breathable, and obviously you've got less volume inside that sock, and that's just to give you an idea. So if you're thinking about wearing 2 pairs of socks or 1 very, very thick pair of socks, you've got to consider this. So you've got to consider the width, you've got to consider the length, and obviously the breathability of your foot inside that boot in a very, very hot environment. When it gets wet, because it's inevitably going to get wet, how is it going to dry quicker? So you need to think about these things. And the same, with some of the desert boots, it's exactly the same. Me personally, I would not be thinking about wearing 2 pairs of socks or very, very thick socks if I'm going to the desert or somewhere very, very hot with a pair of these boots. And I think one of the other questions we ask is, or a customer that had them, that they didn't, for the UK, when they're walking around, they didn't find them, the jungles particularly comfy. Well, you're not going to, because they haven't got a Cambro lining. They haven't, they're designed for the jungle, for being lightweight, for being breathable. The sole unit is not really designed to be walking around on tarmac, is it? So you've got to think about these things, that a jungle boot with that kind of sole unit is not going to be good for walking on concrete around a camp or from wherever whatever you're doing. They're designed for a purpose, and that's really what you've got to think about. So I just wanted you to think about that for your decision. So whether you're buying a desert boot or whether you're buying a jungle boot, it's very important that you get the right combination of sock to size, because like I said, it's just no good you turning up in to a jungle and you've brought the wrong socks, you haven't tried the boots on correctly, or you haven't thought about that. So I just want you to think about that, on what decision to make when it comes to jungle boots or desert boots, when it comes to socks and sizing. If you are going to wear a couple of pairs of socks, then you need to go up a size, or you certainly got to consider it. And it's very, very difficult for me to give sizing information and advice when we've got a customer that's on the end of a telephone. It's probably the hardest thing of all. So I just want you to give you that idea for something for you to consider and to think about before you go away, especially to buy you know, jungle boots and desert boots in good time, so you can try them on at home with the combination of socks that you'd normally wear, so you can ensure that you get the right size for when you go away. So there we go. I hope that helps a little bit, or gives you a bit of an idea of things to consider. There's also insoles, you know. I forgot about that then. You know, you've got insoles, you know. Also with some people have like injuries and things. So you really got to do this in good time before you go away. So there we go. That'll give you something to think about, and I'm sure I'll think about something else when we turn the camera off. So I hope this helps. If you don't already subscribe, please do. Any questions, don't hesitate. sales@camouflage-store.com. Please give us a thumbs up, and thanks for watching. I hope it's helped a bit. See you later. Bye bye.